Hey, welcome to the tour of Stephen's domicile version 2. I was going to start off in the stairwell, but the family next door has their door open and I'm a little shy. So this is right when you come in, the foyer, I suppose. If you take a right, it takes you to my new kitchen, which has significantly less counter space than my last kitchen, at least in the main area. Hold on, I want to shoot. This towel used to be white before I used it to clean this apartment. The poor little ducks are trying their best to stay yellow though. I hand roll those towels every time I need to dry off dishes because I still have to do all of my dishes by hand, and I just let them air dry. Same model of refrigerator as my last apartment, but it's a different refrigerator. Let's see how fully stocked it is. Watermelon, stuff I made last night, sausage, water, and eggs. That's basically it. And then a bottle of Johnnie Walker Black Label that I found. It came with 2 awesome whiskey glasses that I will be bringing home with me. This is the cooking area. I actually like this cooking area more than the last one because it has more counter space. There are all my spices and oils and whatnot. Still only 2 burners though, which sucks. And this is what I meant by this one has more counter space because it has all of this for me to use. This is all my hot beverages and whatnot. I have some English breakfast tea and Splenda, that the American lady gave me. I boil all my water in this electric kettle still, and then pour it into that container of water you saw in the refrigerator. And this is the coffee my older brother sent to me about 3.5 weeks ago. And I've already used half of it because I love me some coffee. I use cube sugar because it's actually easier to find in the convenience store closer to me. And this is what I had to use to make my coffee more palatable before I had my French press. And this, let me tell you, this is some of the best honey I've ever had in my life. If I can, I'll bring a jar or 2 of it home. This is my French press. I use it every day. It takes me like 15 minutes to make 1 cup of coffee, but it's way better than the instant crap I usually have to drink. And then my friend Colin sent me some 5-hour energies, but I'm sure I'll get around to drinking them eventually, but I don't really drink that kind of stuff. This kitchen makes it a little bit harder to store all my items and whatnot, but it's okay. Some random snacks and stuff down here. Most of that's left over from when John and Owen, the other 2 Americans, were here. This is my box of bags, which is kind of a weird thing to say. They charge you in grocery stores if you buy bags to walk out with, so I said to hell with that. I'll just keep my bags in the box, and when I'm going to the grocery store, grab 3 or 4 of them and then not have to pay. Moving on. Let's do my room now. This is my room in all of its tiny glory. There's my bed. I actually, look, it almost matches except for the shades of gray on the outside. I actually take way more time than I should every morning to make sure that these white lines line up because it bothers me if I don't. And then you can't even tell because I always pull the cover back so it'll be ready for me when I come home. I can just crawl into bed if I want. My old sheets are still relegated to curtain duty because I don't want people looking at me when I'm in my house. That's my awesome new laptop. It only cost me about $300 US, 2,200 in yuan. They're my life pills. Ibuprofen. And then there's a picture of Charlie and me. And then a letter, McLean, and across from her mother. This is like my amplifier, subwoofer, I don't know the correct terminology for it. I guess I'm an idiot. The reason it's on this stool and not on the floor is because, people live below me, and if I'm playing something or listening to something with a lot of bass in it, I don't want it to vibrate the floor and disturb the people below me. This is my external hard drive. The casing kind of broke, so I just said to hell with it and let it sit out, and I clean it every so often. Oh, I do have air conditioner this time, which is nice, even though it's expensive for me to use. And here's my desk and my awesome computer that is sitting open for better airflow. I actually don't use the air conditioner all that often for my own comfort. I use it as an extra means of cooling off my computer. And my nice new screen, my keyboard, and my coffee mug, my favorite coffee mug in the world, and the little Thor's hammer that the Chinese bro Wang Shuo gave me. I don't know if it'll focus. Whatever. Got a picture of me playing it myself. And Caitlin and I. Okay, next, bathroom. At least the bathroom is directly across from me. When I first walked into this apartment, there were 2 guys in this bathroom. This sink was completely filled with like dirty brown water, and there was a guy standing on a ladder with his head up in the ceiling. I tried as hard as I could to clean the bathroom counter, but most of this stuff is permanent. I did have a new toilet installed though, so that was pretty nice. I actually couldn't really use it, if you know what I mean, for the first day or 2 because they had to apply some epoxy or something at the base, and if I had sat on it, it would have shifted and caused a leak. I don't have a better place for my mop and bucket, so I just leave it in here. Same old water heater. It takes me about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes to get enough water for a 10, 15 minute shower. Then my loofah and my shampoo, which I don't need anymore because I cut my hair. Yeah. And a brush I don't need anymore because I cut my hair. Alright, moving on. This is the quote-unquote living room with nothing in it because I'm still poor. I finally got around to building the second desk. It doesn't come with instructions, so I had to figure it out for myself again. And both desks came with these stupid little rolly carts like that. You can't really tell that's what it's for. I think it's for setting on a computer tower so you can slide it in and out easily, but that didn't come with any instructions either, so to hell with that. My roommates didn't feel like building the drawers that were supposed to go under one of the beds, so they weren't built. And I'm not going to use the bed, so I'm not going to build the freaking drawers. Why would I? And then there's also supposed to be a drawer that goes with these desks for a keyboard, but like I said, it has no instructions, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how it works. Not really much to say about my internet, except until Tuesday, this was how I had it. It was like this. I know it's hard to see because I'm trying to balance my phone on one hand. There we go, a little bit. Anyways, so the story behind that was, in my old apartment, the internet came through a hole, not unlike this, but it was at the bottom of the wall, and that hole was also relegated to tubing for an air conditioner. So when I had to move apartments and I pulled the cable out of the wall, this little plastic head on the end got stripped off. So I just had frayed wires at the end of my internet line. So I brought it over here, wrapping it up on my arm as I went. Whoops. And then I wrapped it around this balcony type thing, like this, and fed it through that hole. And when I got it in here, of course I didn't have a plastic head, or I don't know what the correct name for it is, to plug into my router. So I just found another cord that I had, cut it, stripped the wires, and then twisted them together. And that's how I had my internet for about 2.5 months. And I had these like Chinese Hummels almost, I guess, that I got for a present before I left back in February. One of them just fell, and part of her is broken now. I feel bad. Focus. Whatever. It's not gonna focus. My camera sucks and my hands shake too much. This is my makeshift laundry room, because what else would I use it for? There are no electrical outlets whatsoever. It would be hard to put an air conditioner in here, and it's very tiny, so I don't see what it's supposed to be used for. So I just bought a line, like a clothesline, and kind of wrapped it up and ran it across here, and then threw it around this pillar that leads outside. Well, let me show you what it looks like outside in the neighborhood. So this is the view from my my laundry room, so to speak. It's actually a really nice day today. There's Tianjin. It feels very, very nice outside. I might go for a walk or something later. That's my dirty clothes. I actually didn't get I don't have a whole lot of time to do laundry, and it's very time consuming because I have to do it by hand. There are all the boxes and stuff people have sent me or that I brought with me. I haven't thrown any of them out because honestly, they bring me a little comfort knowing that they're from home. So only one more room, I think, and then I'll go back and show you the window views from all the rooms. This is the room where Owen and John slept. This is the master bedroom for what it's worth. Look at this. When they renovated, they didn't put down any tarp or anything on the floor before they painted, so they're just splotches of paint all over the floor, and it would require me getting down on my hands and knees with like some sharp pointed object and scraping them off to remove them. So I said, well, John and Owen, if you want those taken off, you can do it yourselves, because I'm not going to be using this room, which is kind of crappy of me, but whatever. That was Owen's bed, John's bed. Oh, we have 3 of these tables. You probably saw the other 2. We actually found these in the building that will be the research center. They were just sitting there. They're just old and dirty, and no one was using them, so we just picked them up and carried them back to our apartment and cleaned them. And I think they look pretty. And it's not going to focus because of the lighting and the weird kind of material they used to make the design. This is the veranda, just like in my other apartment. No little doors leading outside or anything, though. Just kind of another window. And there's an air conditioning unit. I don't have anywhere to hang up my nicer shirts, so I just leave them in here. And this stool, in this little corner, that's where I was sitting getting my internet for about 2.5 days because mine was out. What happened to my internet was some, pardon my language, asshole drove into my cable outside and snapped it in half. So I didn't have internet for a while, so I had to sit in this corner and basically steal internet from an unsecured source. So I didn't like log into anything or go anywhere that required any sensitive information, really. Let me show you the back alley. There's the lovely neighborhood refuse pile and the neighborhood dirt pile, because we always need one of those. This is the office building, and some Tianjin, and some more Tianjin. And there's the ground. So yeah, my internet cable used to run all the way down here and around the corner of the building. Okay, let me go back really quick and show you the window view from the rooms that I missed. Back to my room. You see, that's the base of my building. That's the kitchen of the person who lives below me. Oh, look, you can see my kitchen. And we'll go to the kitchen one last time so you can see what it looks like from the window. This phone doesn't work. People at the bottom can call me or at least try to call me and ask me to open the door. And I can press a button on the phone, but it doesn't work. Because China. Alright. Here's the view from my window. This is my neighborhood, Beiwutsun, which means like Northern Village number 5. Hey, look, there's a guy. And there's Tianjin. Alright. Well, that about does it for what my apartment actually looks like. I hope you enjoyed walking, and may as well end where we started. Bye. Hope to see all of you soon.